Hey guys, what's up? It's MyCareer. Welcome to another edition of MyCareer, and let's go. We're on the Hornets. We are on our second 10-day contract at the moment, and we do have 4 games this time, not just 3 games, so maybe a little bit more time to prove exactly what we can do on the floor, because we are trying to wrap up, just for now, that backup power forward slot, and then eventually, of course, we'll be taking over Noah Vonleh's job for the starting power forward on the Hornets, and so far I have been really impressed by the Hornets. We have been blowing fools out almost every single game. It's ridiculous. I knew I made the right choice with this team. This team is just really good in 2K. I'm not sure why, and during the past 10 games there was a graphic that popped up that said that the Hornets have been holding opponents to 81 points a game. Yes, these are on 12-minute quarters through the past 12 games or 15 games or something like that. That is insanely good defense. That is ridiculously good defense, and unfortunately we start off the game here with a turnover. Really foolish, and I have been having a lot of trouble with those 3 in the key turnovers. Getting a good pass just for inbounding the ball. Again, it's just the coach was a little bit impressed, I guess, that we didn't turn it over. Inbounding the ball as we did with the 3 seconds of the key. So it is kind of hard as a post player. You're going for those offensive rebounds, but trying to remember you need to get out of the key at the same time. After 3 seconds, you don't have much time, and good spacing there as Gary Neal knocks down the jumper. I love Gary Neal, and also Gerald Henderson in 2K can shoot. He can't shoot in real life, but in this game he's a pretty good shot. And it's awesome having those 2 guys on the team because you just kick it out to them. Easy assists every now and again when they're open because they are willing to shoot the ball if they're open. Gary Neal, especially because he can be a sharpshooter, and he's a very streaky shooter and can knock them down. But we're also looking to get our own stats. One thing is I haven't been focused too much on scoring. If I get a good look, I'll get the ball. Nice kick down to Al Jefferson. He's going to get the lay-in. That was a bit of a risky pass. Went through a Wizards defender's hands, but still managed to get the pass in there. And luckily, Chris Humphries blows a layup, and then he just flops on the ground. Tries to, I guess, credit the ref a little bit, but we walk over him, come down to the other end. I got John Wall on me. That is a size mismatch if I've ever seen one. Was unable to take advantage of it, though. And I was mostly matched up with Chris Humphries when I was in this game because Chris Humphries is the Wizards' backup power forward, and he's alright. Good ball movement. Brian Roberts did not probably take the best shot. Contested mid-range jumper with the shot clock winding down, but he does hit it, so we'll take it. And this game is just getting blown wide open at this point as I cut to the rim and get completely slammed by Nene, so that's going to be a couple free throws at the line. It's already late in the game, and this is the first opportunity for me to score, so I haven't been getting a whole lot of touches. And again, I'm more just trying to focus on doing whatever I can to help the team win, and most of that is like playing defense and rebounding, not scoring, because my offensive ratings are not too high as of yet, but we'll take a foul and a couple free throws when they come to us. And that's some easy points right there, up to 2-7 at the moment. With the game about to end, obviously we're going to win this one, blowing out the Wizards for a second time. I believe we played the Wizards at the end of the last episode too, so back-to-back games against the Wizards. Rebound there to end off the game and a putback, so the final stat line for the game will be 4 points and 8 rebounds as a very nice win goes down in Charlotte, and this team is just so incredibly impressive. Nene blows the last second shot, and we're going to come away with the victory. And this team, I also believe, is second in the Eastern Conference, currently behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know what being a backup power forward on the Charlotte Hornets has helped, because I think the main problem that the Charlotte Hornets have, not that they have a whole lot of problems in this game, but the main one is probably shooting, because they're already an incredible, best defensive team in the NBA in this game at least. And the main problem that they have is just three-point shooting. So that's one thing that would definitely be nice to develop in the future, is a three-point shot, because, yeah, everyone shoots threes nowadays, but it is a lot more realistic because that's how the real NBA is going. People are shooting threes. That's the way to go because a three-pointer is an efficient shot. If you can't get a lay-in or can't get free throws, that's your next best option. And everyone's learning how to shoot threes, even the big guys nowadays, so it's probably going to be a wise idea to eventually upgrade that jump shooter so that we can hit some three-pointers. Our next game, we're going up against the 76ers, which is a blowout waiting to happen, really, because the Sixers are not one of the better teams. They're a team that's, for the most part, devoid of talent, I would say, as MKG gets the slam. Very nice pass from Brian Roberts down to MKG in the middle of the paint, and he manages to slam it. Just very impressive. And Gerald Henderson has been out there doing his thing lately. I get the nice flip shot up into the rim over some Sixers player, probably like an undrafted free agent, because there's quite a few of those type of guys on the Sixers. But I matched up against Jeremy Grant, which is an awesome matchup because he's kind of short, only like a 6'8" player, and he's definitely slender, so just beasting on the boards. I do miss that shot, but offensive rebounds were very easy to come by in this particular game, just because well, you're not exactly matched up against very difficult players. And then we get the steal. I think Bismack Biyombo got that, and the first slam dunk of the season happens on the fast break. Man, my dude can just barely get up there to slam that. He definitely needs some athletic upgrades, but he still managed to get up, and that's a first, and always nice to get that. On the ensuing possession, bad offense by the Sixers, just launching up a three at the end of the shot clock, and that is very, very painful to watch sometimes. In fast break score, just take the little jumper, and it manages to fall. I was surprised that one managed to fall, because sometimes some of the players, when you first create them, are unable to hit the broadside of a barn in terms of how their jump shot really works. But that one goes down. Big Al is working in the post. You just kick it to him, and he'll finish it off for you. Although he did miss that one. Offensive rebound and put back. The Sixers team is just too small outside of Joel Embiid. And Henry Sims, I think, was their starting power forward. But other than those two guys, there really wasn't very much size on the Sixers team. So definitely could take advantage of that a little bit. I give it to my boy Lance, and he's going to make do with that. He's a great player to kick it to because he can shoot threes and he can also drive, and he usually, more often than not, will take a shot if you give him the ball, because Lance Stevenson is definitely a scorer. And then on this play, something horrible happens. Brian Roberts, who is the only healthy point guard on the roster, gets hurt, and it turns out it was a fractured patella, and he's out for the rest of the season. So that's quite a blow, which means there is not a true healthy point guard on the roster right now, because Kemba Walker has been hurt since I joined the team. I do think he will be back in time for the playoffs. It's not like a season-ending injury, but he will be out for quite some time still. So it's going to be a mixture of Gary Neal and Lance Stevenson running the point. Lance Stevenson does know how to handle the ball, so it's not going to be the worst thing in the world. It's a beautiful lefty hook shot, falls. I have no idea how that managed to go in, but I'm taking it. And that gets me up to 10 points and 9 rebounds. And then a little bit later on, I get the 10th rebound, and that's the first NBA double-double. First time I got 10 rebounds in a single game as well. That's nice to see. Beautiful stat line there. That's really, really impressive for a backup undrafted power forward putting up double-doubles, even if it is against the Sixers. That's still nice. And Gerald Henderson is going to get me a really easy assist as well. Close to the end of our playing time, and wasn't able to play too much in the fourth quarter, even though the majority of it was just garbage time, because it's the Philadelphia 76ers, really. So just getting a couple of screens here at the end of the game, and this is going to be another blowout win. And there was a set screen for score just because Jeff Taylor managed to hit a three, and we're going to end off the game with 11 points and 10 rebounds against the Sixers, and yet another win, which will advance our wins. We've won 4 in a row now. We did lose that game against the Spurs, and we've lost the 4 straight after that since I've been on the team. So very impressive, this team looking. Even if it is against the Sixers, that win against the Wizards is nice, because the Wizards are a pretty solid team, a playoff team in the East without a doubt. And looking at the end of the game, I did manage to get the most rebounds on the team the first game, and second most behind Big Al in the second game. So definitely a rebounding force coming off the bench already. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode in a few days, and until then, farewell.